get your thoughts first of all. What do you think of the tournament so far?
It's been a very good tournament, very interesting tournament. I think the expansion to 24 teams is still something I'm in two minds about. I think we've had, unfortunately, some not so great teams here who've struggled a little bit, but the fact is that they will help develop their football for the future, so that's a positive thing, and hopefully it will give hope to and promise to those other teams that have struggled to get here in the past, and they know they can get here and build on that. So from that point of view, I think it's a good thing, it's a positive thing for African football overall. As a spectacle, I think there have been one or two teams who've really struggled. Two teams that I thought struggled badly were Kenya and Tanzania, but they put on probably one of the best games of the tournament. When they played against each other, it was an excellent spectacle. So, you know, it's a mixed thing. It always is, I think, with these tournaments, because sometimes you get really, really good games one after the other. Sometimes you get some very poor games. There's always a big mixture. I think kick-off early time here in Egypt didn't work. I think we really struggled, those teams, the ones that had to kick off at 4:30. And as the later matches came on, more goals were scored. So, but it's always going to be a problem. Anywhere in Africa, at this time of year, if you go north, too hot. South, too cold. In the middle, maybe too rainy. So the weather's always going to have an effect on football whenever you play this tournament and wherever you play it.
And do you think, you're just talking about the expansion of the tournament, what about the shifting in the dates from January, February to now the window in June and July? Do you think it's a positive thing?
For the coverage of the tournament, for the publicity the tournament gets, for football fans in Africa, it is a great thing because there's nothing to compete with it. So they can sit and watch their own teams without having to think whether they're going to watch a Premier League or a La Liga match. Always weather. Weather is always a problem, and as I say, I don't think there is an optimal time for the whole of Africa to hold this tournament, because the weather from Africa is such a huge continent. If you look at the north, it's really hot at the moment. If you go down to South Africa at this time of the year, it's pretty cold, and you know there's rain in the middle. So it's you know, always going to be, the weather's always going to be the issue. But from moving, I think it's an ideal time. You know, some of the players may be a little tired, but they're more keen to come and represent their countries at this time than they are in the middle months in January, February, because they come here, they get injured, they go back to their clubs, they're suddenly not playing anymore. So here they have got that opportunity. They know their season's finished, they can go out, give it their all. So yeah, I mean, the good and bad things, but overall I think it's the best time to hold it. Especially now it's expanded, you've got an extra week to play. If you move it back to January, February, European clubs are going to be less happy than they were.